We went to see the grandparents in Italy for a weekend, and I would love to show you what we've eaten while there. When we arrived, some of my favorite meals were already waiting for us: ravioli filled with sheep cheese. I don't like them with tomato sauce, so you can see me boiling some peas to go with mine. One of my kids doesn't like them at all, and so he made himself some falafel wraps. At home or not, truthful to our fussy natures, we mostly end up eating different things. We all know Italians take the food very seriously, so I feel very blessed that we have a really open-minded nonna who takes no offense at all. We are a family of mixed origins and cultures, so it sort of makes sense we don't always agree on what we prefer to eat, and we tend to compromise and improvise a lot. Clearly today our youngest one didn't need to compromise at all. After enjoying his pasta, he had some random Italian Netflix biscuits. I've never seen these before. Fast forward to dinner, while Nonna was preparing some of her famous chicken, the table was already decked out in fresh veggies, as always. While waiting for the food, we absolutely demolished some bread with this butter. Guys, if you wanna try and convince me that all butters are alike, we have absolutely nothing to talk about. This butter is another thing. If you ever get a chance to try it, please don't miss out. Bread and butter are getting a lot of screen space in this vlog. And if you can't already tell, I'm gonna tell you. There's nothing in this world I love to eat more, and clearly my kids are catching on. It's currently pear season in Italy, and guys, we've eaten so many of these amazing buttery, juicy, sweet pears. My dinner was those chicken slices you've seen before and pear. Don't judge me. If our Italian nonna doesn't, then you definitely should be able not to. After dinner, boys asked for some stracciatella yogurt, which is one of their favorites. Makes sense with all the chocolate. Look who was eagerly waiting for breakfast the next morning. But coffee first, sorry guys. You can buy frozen croissants to bake at home anywhere, but for some reason I only ever buy them when we're in Italy. Possibly because it's the only place where I have the time and patience to wait for them to bake for 20 minutes. Look at this cute baby bonus croissant. If by any chance you already watched any of my previous videos, you will know that I try to hack all the breakfasts with some extra protein. This time I will use some protein custard to do so. In the south of Italy, where we currently are, people tend to have sweet breakfasts, and what our nonna is usually having is biscuits dipped in tea or dipped in milk, which is something I could never really digest mentally, let alone really eating them for breakfast. I mean, how many of those would you have to eat to keep you full until lunchtime, or at least until snack time? Speaking of lunch, we had some delicious prawns and rice. Obviously, boys only had rice. We had one of those busy days just hanging out together and doing stuff, so nobody really had time to cook, and we ate random things that we found in the fridge for dinner. My son would probably happily have called the pineapple a meal, but for the sake of being reasonable, I added some bread with hummus to it. One of our favorite quick default options. And everybody else was more than happy to finish off the yummy ravioli from the day before. I'm not a fan of airport food, so as usually I prepared some sandwiches to take with us for the trip back home. Yes, bread and hummus again. If you have a fussy eater at home, you will know that eating the same thing over and over and over again is just a part of the normal life. And I still think it's way better than the soggy overpriced pizza served on Ryanair airplanes, isn't it? As per normal, if half of our family likes something, the other one doesn't. And this time the culprit is me. I'm really sick and tired of hummus, so I made myself a sandwich with some fried beef that Nonna prepared the day before. They don't really buy sauces at their house, so all I could find was mustard. All in all, this sandwich was really dry and sad, and still I insist, way better than the soggy Ryanair pizza. Making sandwiches, that's the easier part of leaving Nonna's house. If you've ever dealt with an Italian grandma, you know what the difficult part is. Squeezing all the goodies that she insists you need to take with you in the already very full luggage. Frozen seafood, cheese, more frozen seafood, more cheese, and some of Boy's favorite snacks. Once you think you're done, she comes at you with more seafood, trying to wrestle it into some sort of bag until she finds the right one, and then of course you need to take some fruit. If there's one thing I learned about Italians, it's food equals love. Recharged with both, we were off to the airport. Thanks for watching and see you soon!